Today is the 5-year anniversary of one of the most heartbreaking mysteries in the state of Idaho, the disappearance of 2-year-old DeOrr Kunz Jr. Local News 8's Linda Larson has been staying with this story. And Linda, you're here with us now. You have information, I guess, that the cold case is heating up again?
You know, Todd, it actually is. The sheriff's office is confirming that a recent search may shed new light on the tragedy. We're going to show you what's happening with the case today, as well as take a look back at what's happened.
I love you. I love you.
It's been 5 years since little DeOrr Kunz Jr. disappeared while camping with his family.
What's the address of your emergency?
I'm actually camping in Ledor, just outside of Ledor. My 2-year-old son, we can't find him.
5 years of not knowing what happened.
He was left with a trusted adult, and when I come back, my son was gone.
5 years of searching.
It absolutely was a search and rescue. In the past, we've always been able to find him, but this case we didn't.
5 years of hoping.
We pray every day that we'll be reunited again, and we'll do sparklers. We'll have 4th of July. We'll do your birthdays. We'll do everything that we've missed, because there's not a day that goes by that we don't miss you.
But the case is as much of a mystery today as it was 5 years ago. Frantic searches started within hours of that 911 call, with over 170 volunteers and trained rescue teams trying to find the toddler, but no trace was ever found.
We haven't found a thread.
A lot of sleepless nights.
On July 9th, 2015, DeOrr's parents, Vernal DeOrr Kunz and Jessica Mitchell, decided to take a last-minute camping trip to the Timber Creek campground in Lemhi County. Also on the camping trip, DeOrr's great-grandpa, Robert Walton, and his friend Isaac Renwald. We talked to Lemhi County Sheriff Steve Penner about the case yesterday. He says the case is not closed. In fact, far from it. Just last month, the Lemhi County Sheriff's Office had cadaver dogs at the campground, and again, they hit hard on a previously searched area. Sheriff Penner says that they're just waiting for the water levels to drop, and then they'll go in and do an extensive search on their hands and knees if necessary to comb through everything to try and find even the smallest clues.
A 2-year-old boy who mysteriously vanishes at an Idaho campground.
The bizarre case drew national attention, with everyone praying for the safety of little DeOrr.
The parents didn't ensure that someone was watching the little boy when they walked away.
But also pointing to the parents as possible suspects. Former Lemhi County Sheriff Lynn Bowerman named them as suspects, but never filed charges. Sheriff Steve Penner says that they're only persons of interest in the case. 2 other private investigators have worked on and left the case because of their concerns over possible parent involvement. But the current investigator says he does not believe that they're involved.
When you work these cases, you have to really concentrate on what is fact and what is fiction. You know, everybody's got their own say in what happened, and you know, I can pretty much say in what we've done, I can 100% say I don't believe the parents had anything to do with it.
Since then, baby DeOrr's parents, who were engaged at the time, have gone their separate ways, but they still insist they had nothing to do with the disappearance of their little man.
I just wish that for a second they could feel what I feel and know, you know, what I know, that I didn't do anything to my son.
This is an age-enhanced photo of what little DeOrr might have looked like when he was about 4 years old. His parents wonder what he would be like now.
He's been missing longer than he was with me, and so that's really sad to me.
He'd be working on stuff with me, working on his own stuff, riding a dirt bike, riding 4-wheelers. He'd be building stuff with me. That's exactly what he'd be doing.
Little DeOrr would be about 8 years old coming up in December. Now, 5 years later, the question's still unanswered. What happened to baby DeOrr? Now, Todd, this is one of the saddest days of the year for the family, but also for the searchers, and they're still trying to keep that case alive.
So you talked about the new search coming up with the Sheriff Penner. When do you think they will be able to start that next search?
That all depends on the weather. They are waiting for the water levels to drop. The search area is near the water. Right now the water is very high, so as soon as those water levels come down, they're going to jump right in and start that next search.
Okay, so that could come up here midsummer, close. Okay. Linda, thanks for that.